cause I felt like quitting. No more singing, I said, but I could not believe that lie. I pick up the pen, I got on the keyboard, and I said I'll try one more time. The music starts playing, people start swaying, and that's where we stand right now. It happened for me, yeah. I knew that it would happen for me. Depression, I like teaching lessons now. I know I'm not invincible.
Hey Angela. Hey Toya. Hey Courtney. How is everyone? Not to waste life's precious time, so I tried harder. I went further than I've ever thought. Angela, you love this song? So that means you got the project, right?
Because the thing I have in him, what seems like life in was an indicator of where my blessing began. It happened for me. I knew that it would happen for me. I knew that it would happen for me. I knew that it would happen for me. I knew that I would get my turn. I knew that it would happen for me. I knew that it would happen for me.
Hey Miss Linda, how are you? Jamal, you the man. You are the man. Courtney, what's up, man? Courtney said, what's up? The project is lit. Thank you, Courtney. Jamal, you got my project? You family, so you got to have it. Alright, y'all, we're gonna talk in a little bit. I want to I'm gonna answer your questions. We're gonna talk about songs. So I'm gonna be reading your post as Pastor Jefferson from Detroit. What's up, man? I met Gregory Jefferson at the Word Network when I sung at the Word Network in Detroit. Man, good to see you. Good to see you on. God bless you. All right. All right, y'all. So I wanted to talk to y'all because I must say that you know my name ain't Jamal. Jamal. Okay, Jamal. Listen, I wanted to talk to y'all right quick because many of you know that the project dropped today. The project came out today. And I wanted to say thank you to each and every one of you who have purchased the project thus far. The response is so overwhelming. It is so overwhelming. I've been getting screenshots all day of people who have been purchasing the project. Hey, my manager Karen Bailey, my former manager. I'm talking about my Adult Soul Contemporary project. I hope you all had a chance to purchase it and listen to it, because I want to hear back from you. I want to know what your favorite songs are. I want to hear about what you think about the project. We're going to talk a little bit in depth. We're going to talk about me as a preacher, bishop, pastor, singing secular music. I know many of you have questions about that. You just ain't bold enough to say it to my face. But we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the response, how this project came together. We're going to talk about the production of the project, the writing of the project. We're going to talk about whatever it is that you want to discuss. I'm so open for it. But I just want to say thank you to everyone who has purchased this project. You really don't understand how much of a journey this is, and this has been for me. This project came at a very unique time in my life. It came at a very unique time in my life, and I'm so excited about it. Okay, so here we are. So you may say, well, who are you? First of all, I am Frank Bateman Jr., Frank FJay Bateman Jr. I'm a member of the Bateman family who has sung gospel music for over 20 plus years. And we've sung together as a family for over 20 plus years. We've been on Bobby Jones gospel. We've traveled all over the country singing gospel music. And with the Bateman family is my mother, Evangelist Gloria Bateman, my father, Frank Bateman Sr., my older sister, Marlena Green, my next to the oldest, Latoya Bateman Elmore, then myself, and then there's Leisha. We grew up in the small town of Andrews, South Carolina. We grew up in Andrews, and many of you probably never heard of Andrews, South Carolina, but it's a very small town we grew up in, and we sung. I stayed with my family for several years. In 2006, I ventured out. I moved to Charleston, South Carolina, and stayed there for about 5 years, and I moved up to Delaware. And when I got here, I recorded my first solo project, which is entitled My Life, and that I recorded that and released that in 2007. Following that project, I took about a 10-year break, maybe a 9-year break, and I released a project called The Max, excuse me, which was released and pulled. It was pulled. I released another project with my family called the Bateman Family, The Promise, and then I decided to do this project. So let me give you the backdrop of this project and why this project. Well, my grandfather, who is deceased now, told me, he said, FJ, long time ago, he used to tell me, if you want to make it, then you need to sing a little R&B. I'm like, Granddad, I'm a pastor, I'm a preacher, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that, I'm this. I'm not going to sing no R&B. But he said, you need to sing a little bit of R&B. He said, if you want to do well, and if you want your voice to be appreciated, you need to sing a little R&B. So, I heard my grandfather, but never paid him any attention. So it was last year, I think it was, 3 years ago, I had to talk with my grandfather, and he told me again, he said, I think you should do it. And it was last year before, I lost my grandfather. My grandfather passed away. He passed away, and before he passed away, he told me this. He said, FJ, live your life. He said, live your life to the fullest. He said, don't let anyone make decisions for you. Don't allow anyone to tell you how to live your life. He said, you live your life. You make your choices. You make your decisions. And you live your life. And he told me, he said, I'm 83 years old. And he said, sometimes I still sit and I get upset with people because I've allowed them to make decisions for my life. This is what my grandfather told me. He said, I've allowed people to make decisions for my life. And he said, today, sometimes I'm angry, I'm upset because I did not get to do what I wanted to do. And he said, because I listened to other people. So he told me, he said, FJ, you live your life. You make your decisions. He said, don't allow people, don't allow church folks, don't allow preachers, don't allow the church, don't allow anyone to dictate how you live your life. He said, you have one life to live. And he said, you live it to the fullest. And so when my grandfather told me that, I started making some real self-decisions. I started making decisions. I say, okay, there was a lot of things in my life I just was not happy with. I was just kind of tolerating, and I was just kind of doing. So I started making a lot of changes and a lot of shifts. And some of the songs that you hear on this project were songs I have written from relationships past, But because of the condition and the acceptance of the church, I would not release the music. And I knew I didn't do anything. I didn't ask God to give me songs for an R&B project or for a contemporary project. It all came from relationships that's gone bad, relationships that did not last, relationships that I felt deeply in love in, relationships that I experienced pain in, relationships I experienced hurt in. And some of the songs you hear on this project is older than, oh my God, some of the songs are literally over 10 years old. And I just did not have the courage to do it. But my grandfather released me. Before he passed away, he released me. And he said, live your life, son. Live your life. do what you want to do. So this project, Music from the Soul, I dedicate this project to my grandfather, Eddie Franklin Bateman. We called him Bubba. I dedicate this project to him because he was my final push. At his funeral, I didn't get to sing. Everyone sung but me. And I emceed, so I told him, I said, the reason why y'all won't let me sing is because y'all afraid I'm going to sing R&B, because my grandfather kept telling me to sing R&B. So this project, I dedicate to him because he gave me that push. He gave me that push to keep it moving. And so today, it really doesn't matter to me what people's perception is. Oh, but you're a preacher, but you're a bishop. Yeah, but preachers, bishop, pastors, we experience love. We experience breakup. We experience sex. We experience being cheated on. Some of us have even experienced cheating. Y'all ain't gonna talk to me. We're human. We're human people, and we have every kind of emotion that you could imagine. And for people who are so churched and so God, and you feel like, well, you shouldn't sing that, it's a simple fix. Don't buy the project. If you feel like, well, you shouldn't sing this because you're a preacher, you're this, that, and the third, it's a simple fix. Don't buy the project. But for those of us who love God and we're still human, and we do have love for people, we made mistakes, we've had breakups, we've had our heart broken. This project is for you. This project is for people who know how to become acquainted with their intimate side, who knows how to experience intimacy, not just a sexual encounter, but for people who know how to experience intimacy. So with this project, you're going to hear the very first song is I Knew. When I say I knew it would happen for me, I say that because I was one as a child. I always believed in speaking what I wanted to see, speaking my destiny, speaking it forth. And so I spoke it. I spoke a lot of things, and I noticed I took an examination, and I realized that everything I ever spoke as a child, or everything I ever spoke growing up, it actually manifested. Today I can tangibly touch everything that I have spoken from a young boy. I've spoken in the studio, a record label. I've spoken in awards. I've spoken television, being on TV. I've spoken a lot of things. A lot of things. I've spoken a lot of things, and everything I've ever spoken, I have absolutely had the ability to hold in my hand. So I knew it would happen for me. Even with this project, there are some things I knew it would happen for me. From that, I went on. I don't have them in order, y'all, so I'm just kind of going off my thing. I went to, Again I Ask. I had people that I wanted to date. I wanted to be in a relationship with. And it was hard convincing them that, hey, I'm the guy for you. I'm that dude. I'm that one for you. And so I wrote this song, Again I Ask, which is the one playing now. And actually, this song was supposed to be a country song. I was supposed to write this song as a country song. But I twisted because of my jazz flair. I'm very jazzy. I love jazz. One of my favorite singers, and I know you guys probably gonna say, he don't even sing. One of my favorite songs, rather, my favorite song in the whole wide world that will quiet me in any mood that I'm in is Louis Armstrong, What a Wonderful World. That song will soothe me. I could be walking in the mall, going through hard time, grief, depression, whatever, and the second I hear that song, it just soothes me. It just calms me. What a Wonderful World, Louis Armstrong. Some people that was very vocally inspirational to me with this project. Some people I just absolutely love. You may not know this, but my mom is a beast of a singer. And when I was a child, me and my sister Toya, we would listen to her sing with her cousins on cassette tape. And we wanted to be singing and record so bad until we made a mistake and record over her actual recording. We got our behinds built for that, but we did it because we wanted to hear ourselves on the radio like we heard mom. And my dad instilled in us play the piano, play the drums, sing. And my father was a great backing for us as in the Bateman family household. He compelled us, he pushed us. He would not accept no for an answer, so we had to do something. And up to this day, my sister Marlena, she plays the organ. I play the organ and the drum. I started playing the bass at one time. My sisters, Toya and Leisha, they plays the drum. I think Toya may play the clarinet as well. So my family is very diverse. All of them sing. Leisha has a phenomenal soprano voice. Toya sings anything, anywhere. You can put her any genre of music and she would just slay. Marlena is a praise and worship leader, and then you got me. I'm the only boy. So I'm very, I'm very diverse in my singing. I try to be very diverse in my singing. I had to try to hold my own because with my singing sisters, those girls, they just terrible. They just, oh my God, they're just amazing. And growing up in the area where I grew up at, the whole area, they sung. I had people like the Wright family, Danielle Don, Michael Wright, Shannon Wright, Jeremy Wright. They were right up the street and they sung. I had people like the Browns, Jamal Brown, Nika Brown, Tangi. They sung. Then I had people like the Shackelfords. They sung. Then I had people across town like the Hannahs, Tremaine Hannah, Shireen Hannah, Jermaine, he was a drummer, God bless his soul. But there were so many influential people. I had the Wilsons, Nicholas Wilson, Marlena Wilson, and the other sister, I can't remember her name. But I grew up around all of these people. The Fleglers, one of my favorite Fleglers is Shakina. We call her Kiki Flegler. But you had Janita and you had Frida. All of these singers I grew up around. And I just had to pick a style of my own. And I started being exposed to various types of music. And I just kind of caught to jazz music. And I just started mixing jazz with my gospel. And I just love jazz. So when you purchase this project, you're going to hear a great flair of jazz on this. Okay, so I wrote the song, again I wrote the song I Miss You, because have you ever been in a relationship? I've been in a relationship and broke up, but the person I broke up with, I wanted them back, but I was too stubborn to just say, take me back, so I wrote a song, I Miss You, and I expressed all my feelings in that song of missing them. This song is the most edgy song that I have on there, and this is Love Feels Like. I know, it's a lot. Love Feels Like. So the song comes from me meeting a person, me meeting someone, and it wasn't supposed to, it was just supposed to be some nice fun, and it just turned into a whole nother thing. And yeah, so that's where this song came from. Love Feels Like, and I had to show what love feels like. I just didn't want, a casual thing. All right, I'll move on from that song. Okay, whoop. Okay, so from that song, Love You, You Make Me Want to Love You. This is such a dope song because I wrote this song, and the song I had in mind when I wrote this song was Music Soul Child, Love. And I think Music Soul Child's song Love is timeless. I think it's just timeless. So I wanted to write something that could kind of fit into a category of his and could possibly be timeless. So I wrote the song You Make Me Want to Love You. And then I thought about the older people, and I wrote the song Love For You. I've got that love for you. You hear the guitar in that song like that. I wrote that song for the older people who could really kind of relate to that type music. And I wrote a song called So Easy. So Easy was, have you ever had that relationship, you met that person and you loved them, they love you, and you just kind of like, why is this so hard? Why is this so hard? Why are you making it so difficult? Just chill out, relax, and let's just love each other easily. Let's just love each other easily. So I wrote the song So Easy because everything doesn't have to be complicated in relationships. Some things could be simple. Some things are a simple fix. Some things, You know, like I hear my mom, my sister say, sometimes you just got to pick your battles. Everything is not a battle. Everything is not about winning or losing. Sometimes it's just about being understood. It's not about I won, you lost. Sometimes it's just about I understand where you're coming from. I don't necessarily agree. You don't necessarily have to agree where I'm coming from, but I heard you though. How about that? Yes, Joy, this is my new project. This is my new adult contemporary project I'm referring to. My next song is Something Special. Something Special in You. Have you met that person? I met a person before, and it was just something so special about them. I couldn't put my finger on it. I could not script it out. There was just something really special about them. And I wrote this song years ago. All of these songs are very old, to be honest with you. One of them, the other song I wrote is You and Me Forever. I was in a relationship that I thought was going to last years ago. None of my songs state my current situation, whatever. These are songs that I've had years ago. So I did the song, we were supposed to be together forever, and I wrote that song to express, you know, how I felt like a relationship failed. So with this project, you're going to hear a lot about love, a lot about relationships, a lot about the different transitions of a relationship. So there you have it. Do you have any questions for me? Any questions for me before I get off here? Because I didn't want this to be long. I just wanted to chime on and talk to you all about this project. I'm so excited about this project. Pamela Wilson, what's up? Alicia Cooper, people are coming on. Good to see you all. This is a dope project. I'm so proud of this project. The response I've gotten from this project has been phenomenal. Thank you all. Everyone who's been sharing it on your pages, been telling people about it, who's been screenshotting me, telling me that you have it. I want to say thank you. Joy, it's available everywhere. iTunes, Tidal, everywhere. You got to type in, my name is Frank, FJay, in quotation, Bateman Jr. And the name of this project is Music from the Soul. It's the project with the black shirt red on. Some people ask me why I wore that shirt. Why did you? I have mixed reviews on the shirt. Some people like it. Some people loved it. Some people didn't like it. Well, it ain't about none of y'all, to be honest with you. I wore the shirt because the shirt is a great conversation piece. It makes people talk. And that's why I wore the shirt. I love the shirt, actually. It was a great, had it made and wonderful. Some people dressed me and got me all nice for that. So I want to talk to you about the people. Toya, explain to me about the talents. Oh, I got you. I know you're talking about. So I want to talk about the people who helped me in putting this project together. AJ Colony is one of the baddest musicians in the Northeast. He is one of the baddest musicians. He plays at Cathedral of Fresh Fire. He is one of the baddest musicians, and he, oh my God, he gets into my head. He manifests what I think. He manifests what I think in my head. So he pulls it out. He makes it. Oh my God, he really just makes it pop. So he's great. And he did Something Special. He did Love You. He did Again I Ask, I believe. I think that's all he did. Then the rest of the tracks, I actually played on them myself. I want to thank my sister Latoya Bateman Elmore, who did the artwork for my promotions. And Joy, please let me know. I'll be looking to hear from you. She did my promotion. She did my cover. And I want to thank Latasha Powell. She's an actress. She is a comedian. She's a musician, an awesome musician. And she actually shot the pictures for it. Now, this is what I'm going to say. Because a lot of the church, this is for the church people. This is for the church people. Let me deal with the church people. Well, you shouldn't sing R&B. You shouldn't sing adult contemporary. You should sing Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Give God glory, save, and another name, and all that stuff. You know what? Jesus, the Bible talks about in Matthew how God gave one 5 talent. God gave one 1 talent. He gave one 2 talent. And he gave another one 5. And God told them to use the talent. He never instructed them to take your talented self. God gave these talents, but he never instructed them to take your talented self, find the first church there is, and go sing in that church or go use your talent in that church. He never told them where or how to use their talent. His disappointment came when he came back and they didn't use the talent at all. His disappointment came when he came back, and for the one who buried his talent, God was disappointed with him. God gives you talent. He never tells you where to use your talent. That's like telling a painter, a Christian painter, you could only paint pictures of churches, stained glass windows, and crosses. If you paint any other kind of picture, you're out of the will of God. That's like telling a photographer, you could only take pictures of church, of preachers, of robes, and stuff like that. And if you take any other pictures of a wedding, a birthday, whatever, you're out of the will of God. For instance, some of us go to work every day, and our CEOs and CFOs are Muslims and Hindus, whatever. But we don't bother to do research on the CFO. We don't tell them, I'm sorry, I can't take this job paying $67,000 a year because the CEO is not a Christian. We don't do that. You know what we do? We punch the clock. We punch the clock and we work. And we further somebody else in what they're doing. We only start condemning people when it comes to the church. Guess what? My heart is right. My heart is right. That's why the Bible said we're not saved by works, but we're saved by grace. For everybody who's trying to question my Christianity or question my salvation because of what I say, don't focus on what I say or what I sing. Think about what you think, because it's not what goes into a man that defiles him. It's what comes out of a man. And sometimes our minds are not right. Jesus said, if you look at a woman and you lust on her in your heart, you've already committed adultery. So it's not so much what you put in action, it's what so much is what's active up here. So my heart is right. My mind is right. I love God like you would not believe. I love my music, and I'm going to sing about it. And the more I go through life experiences, I'm going to write more music. Okay? So I want to talk about that. Any questions? I want to hear from somebody who has purchased this project and would like to come on this live. I don't know if y'all can come on, because I keep trying to bring people on this live, and sometimes they can't, sometimes they can't. Who would like to come on and talk about this project? If you would like to come on and talk about this project, maybe your favorite song or whatever, come on in, send me an invite. I will bring you on the live, and I will let you talk to the people who are contemplating buying it, telling them what they should do. Melina said another Al Green. Oh, Lord. I don't know if I have the updated version of this thing, so if you may or may not be able to come on, but if you would like to come on, if you have purchased this project and you want to come on and just tell somebody, yo, get the project, it's dope, my favorite song is blah blah blah, send me a request. I will bring you on this live and we can talk about music from the soul. Anyone, the option may not be there again. I don't know whether my messenger is updated, but if it is, feel free to come. If not, I'm going to end my chat, and I want you all to continue to support. I really, really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. It's so overwhelming. I really, really appreciate it. And your support means a lot to me. I mean, a lot to me. I'm so appreciative of your support. Oh, Courtney said he don't see the option. I don't know how to do it, Courtney. Let me see if I can do it. I just sent you an invite, Courtney. Let's see if it works. They told me before that I didn't have the right version of Messenger on here to add people, but it says on my phone here that it's adding you. Natora, yes, you need to purchase it. You need to go into wherever you buy your music from on your phone, whether it's in iTunes, whether it's Google Play, whatever. You need to go wherever you buy your music from, and you need to purchase it. And it's gonna bless your life. It's gonna bless you. It's gonna talk about love. All right, I don't think it's gonna let you come, Courtney, because I can't add from this side. But anyway, thank you all for your support. I really appreciate it. Continue to share the CD picture and all that stuff with people and tell them they need to purchase it. I really appreciate it. And when you have an event, whatever, just holler at me. And I will come out and blow a little number or two for you. So until next time, purchase my project. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.